I'm black. Give me diamond watch, give me platinum plaque. I'm a goon or something, I make do with that. Ain't here to small talk, don't need the chat. Know that I was made in the lab. The scientist screaming, oh my God. Give him swagger, a Tone Beach vibe. Let him hit the streets, let them die. What I mean to be great when you at halftime. When you're 20 years old, never had a touchdown. When you lose a control, all your brother's been gone. You're confused, you alone, never earned you a dime.
I got the goal, I think I'm gonna win. Racing the morning down.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to our Sunday conversation on the JustSayN Podcast. Because I am Ferman Jackson Jr. along with my lovely teammate. You know, you go ahead.
I'm Laresa Hall, aka Low in the house. Thank you, Ferman. I appreciate you as always. Today's topic, everybody. I know you guys are waiting for today's topic. It's sending your kids off at 18 without the skill. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say without the skills. Well, actually, I'm going to say both. Without the skills, a plan, a financial savvy, creating a cycle of struggle for future generations. And if you already instilled that in your children, it's not a good idea to send your kids off at the age of 18, because I feel like in our community, it happens a lot. Once you hit the 18, boop, it's now, mind you, I don't feel like a lot of kids in our community leave, and that is 100. But I feel like that is a threat that parents do happen to say to their children when they turn 18. So, with that being said, I'm gonna let you start off this time. You start off this time, my buddy.
Like I said, it was an interesting thing that I came across. It was someone's post on Facebook, and I think, well, I won't say I think. The way the way it was said, you know, are we preparing our children? Now, kind of a lot of times when in our community, when you reach a certain age, they're ready for you to lead the nest. They're ready for you to get on out. But in the midst of being at home, are they being prepared for adulthood? Because eventually children are going to get older, and are they being prepared? Because they saying, when I seen it, they were saying, is it continue the generational curse because it's dealing with the financial side of things. So are we preparing our children for this type of life? What do you say about that?
Okay, so so I feel a little weird about this situation. First and foremost, I would like to say that I feel like if you come from a background where wealth is already in play and children do not have to worry about wealth, a lot of kids do leave. And I feel like there's no problem because of that wealth. See, there's a difference between being wealthy and being rich. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of people do not realize that. So because it's not just about sending their kids off, it's about maintaining the wealth within their family. Hey, hello, Angel. Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Angel. She's a repeat. Thank you. Angel, hello. Hey, Ferman and I love to say hello to everybody who constantly come in and support us. And we want to give a big shout out to Angel. Thank you, Angel, for coming in. Yes, thank you, thank you,
But you know
thank
what?
you,
Yeah,
thank you.
because I, I look at it. I done stripped this on my proverb, a good man leaving heritage for children. But when I seen this post, are they preparing financially? Because I know a lot of times
They're
some of
not.
them get,
Not in our
get
community. I'm sorry to cut you off, buddy,
no,
but
you
not
good,
in
you
our
good.
community. Go ahead. I'm sorry, but not in
When it
too
comes
many people.
right, because when it comes to the financial arena, when it comes to budgeting, when it comes to credit, when it comes to savings, when it comes to investments.
Mhm.
We never look at this kind of stuff. We never do a lot of. We don't educate ourselves enough. The rest, I don't think, when it comes to these type of things. Because think how much debt that we put ourselves into. Want to keep it with the Joneses, want to impress people, but we're not really preparing them. Like how if anything happened, they say God forbid anything happen, have an emergency fund, like at least within like with 6 months to a year, just in case you get laid off. Are we do we ever think about this kind of stuff? Are we think about this kind of stuff? Or are we just getting on by just to get by? And then we have to call someone, hey, I need help. But what if we just say, hey, if we start preparing them now so they won't have to.
So I want to. I will say this to the day I die. We have already been disproportionately at a disadvantage as far as our community is concerned and our children. Okay. Redlining, not having the ability to get loans, not having the ability to build businesses. History it has proven 100% that when we build stuff, the powers to be will break it down. Okay, and that happens so often, and it still happens today. Okay, I don't want to get it twisted. It happens today. Okay, um, I feel because I'm a mother of three. Okay, um, I have and all my kids are college educated. Loans. I'm college educated. I have a degree. I do not owe any money. I pay for it. I pay for it directly with my money. Now it
Okay.
took me a long time, but I paid for it with my money, and
Mm-hmm.
I paid for it for a reason because I did not want to have that type of debt on me. Okay, especially when you talk about careers and things that you major in, um, unless you're majoring in something like medicine or something that is going to help you find income or help you pay off that debt, I really feel like it's not necessarily worth it. Okay. My oldest son is an X-ray technician. My daughter is a surgical technician. My youngest son is getting ready to go to the Space Force, and he is majoring right now. Well, prior to him going to the Space Force, he's going to school and he's taking a lot of physics courses. Is preparing him, and it's all being paid for him. Yeah, yeah, Angel, go ahead, ask a question. She want to ask a question. Go ahead, Angel, ask a question. But while Angel, okay, hold on. Do y'all have children for Christmas? Because I have 7 grandchildren that need help for Christmas. You know what? Okay, I'm so glad you mentioned that, but we will talk about that. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Ferman doesn't know this here. This is something that I wanted to talk about very, very recently. Now, I did mention that I have 3 children. My oldest son has a very beautiful young woman, black young woman in his life. Okay. Now, mind you, This young woman has went through so many adversities within her life. She was not although she had both of her parents, okay? She struggled. She struggled. And the best that, like, I felt so, like, when I tell you, I cried when this young woman told me, because I sat down with her and I had this whole financial um education course with her, 101, at my home. And I talked about savings. I talked about just everything, because I always taught my children that, hey, money will always come. Okay, people, especially in our community, $100,000 isn't anything. It's nothing. It will go away. It will go away so fast, right before you know it. Before you know it, it's gone. It will leave you in 6 months. Like, literally, it will leave you in 6 months. So when she told me, she called me mama. I am not gonna lie, it initially made me feel weird, because I never had that. But that is the mother of my grandchildren, and I love her so dearly. She is my daughter. She is my daughter. But when she told me, she's like, Mama, you know what? I want to thank you. I want to thank you. I saved for the first time in my life. Now, mind you, she's maybe about 2 years older than my son, but she was like, I want to say thank you. And when I say that brought me to tears, it literally brought me to tears, because I felt like, damn, just those simple words made a difference in this young woman's life. And that's what we don't get enough of. But this young lady told me, she texted me the other day, hello, hi, Miss Brett, how are you? Hello. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate it. But the one thing she did say, she texted me, we have a family thread, okay? And my family isn't very large, it's small, and we just be texting all kind of crazy stuff, right? And but we love each other. We can argue, we can fuss, we can fight. It don't even matter. But at the end of the day, we love each other. At the end of the day, we love each other. We will, I'm not going to say allegedly know where the bodies are at, but we would never tell. So, it is what it is. We love each other just that much. She made a suggestion, and this goes to Angel's question. She made a suggestion about having an event that benefits children and the community, and I'm all for it. And I think that is something that we need to do. So Angel, if you want to come out with you got 7 grandkids, baby, honey. 7, you were busy, man. I'm sorry. I got 3 grandkids. Sorry, Angel. But no, she made a suggestion for all of us to get together and let's do something for the community. The oldest one is 11. Oh, you know what? Mine is too. My baby is 11 too. And she's taller than me, and she thinks she's stronger than me, but she's not. Okay, because I had to show her the other day. Ma'am, just because I'm 5'3", don't think this here 5'3" frame won't whoop you. Thank you. We really appreciate your comment. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what? I wanna when you said, "Do I help children for Christmas?" I have several grandchildren that need help for Christmas. It's all about giving back. It's a blessing to give and receive, of course.
Yeah.
And the way to give back into the community is an awesome thing. And brand new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Really brand new stuff. Brand new toys. That's how I look at it. I don't believe in people want to do hand me down stuff, holy stuff. No, it's a blessing to give to receive. What else she saying? Lo, what else she got going on? She said something else.
So Angel said you must have a big family. I know your father and your mother is very proud of the things y'all are doing up here. Thank you. I hope they are very proud because I'm proud of them. I love them very much. I love my mama. Without my mama, I wouldn't even be here. And that's something that I think she doesn't even realize. But because my personality is so strong, but I love my mama. She's all I have. I had a brother. He passed away. Oh, and I have a stepfather. So, but the love is equally shared, well, kind of, nobody surpasses my mama. I can talk mess a little bit about my mama, but I dare somebody else to say something about my mama for real. But regardless, we're getting off a topic, and I don't want to get off a topic. So we will be doing something soon. With that, oh, I'm sorry. Look, I'm getting all tearful. Look, because you don't even know. Yeah, I do. I miss my brother a lot. I miss him a lot. Oh, he would, and he'd be on here trolling me. This man would be on here trolling me, Angel. I'm telling you, he would be on here trolling me. So, back to the topic at hand. We will be doing something soon, and Ferman will be participating because we need to get our podcast out there. Okay, it's going to be an event that we hope that is a good turnout, and that is what it is. The first time I ever did anything like this here was something that my grandmother and my aunts and my mother did. They just one day, and I was small, they were just one day was like, hey, let's go feed the homeless. And they literally, my mama is a great cook. So she literally, well, she was, don't tell her I said it. She used to be. Now it'd be bland. It'd be like the mayonnaise and the it'd be like added raisins in the potato salad. Don't tell her I said it though. But literally, she was like, hey, y'all, we're gonna do this here. And this is before the DFW area had so many homeless people here. So it was much easier. So we were able to go out and feed the homeless and everything. Now, in this era, because of my age, and you have to have permission from the city to do so. Okay, so that is something that we are going to be looking into. We want to follow all rules and laws and everything about it. Okay. So that's what we're gonna do. So that is coming soon. We will let you guys know on the JustSayN Podcast. Ferman and I will be getting that together. Okay. So getting back to what we were saying, as far as children. Okay, so my youngest son. Okay, hold on. So I don't. Okay, I will answer your question in just a moment, Angel. Give me a second, okay? So as far as what we were saying, as far as children are concerned, my youngest son told me, okay, so he went off to UNT, okay? Now, all my kids went to different universities. My daughter went to Stephen F. Austin. My son, my oldest son, I guess he was mama's boy. I don't know. So he stayed close. He stayed close to home, but he went to school full time with the local community college because he was just taking his basics. And he said that my youngest son, he what I noticed with all of them. So my oldest son would come back, of course he came home every single day. My daughter, however, did not until later on. And then it was every weekend and then every other day. I was like, girl, you driving that car every other day coming home. And so I realized that, I don't know, I started questioning myself. Was I sheltering my children too much? My youngest son, however, told me this. The first weekend that boy came home after UNT. Now we're talking about UNT. UNT is quote unquote like a party school. I'm not even gonna lie. That's what it is. But he's so disciplined. My youngest son is so disciplined when it comes to the other children. He is the most disciplined there is. I love them all the same, but he is the most disciplined. Okay. He said, I don't think I should go to UNT. He said, Mom, that is costing us way too much money. I can take my basics here, and then I'm gonna go off to the, to the armed services. That's what that's the plan. So he said, I said, okay, well, do you think you need to pay rent or anything? Or otherwise, do you think you need to get your own place? So this is what he told me. He said, pay rent, get my own place. He said, I don't mind giving you some money when I get a job. Yeah, but no way. I'm only 18. I shouldn't leave. Now, okay, mind you, I left at a very, very young age. I was 19 years old when I moved out. Okay. So, and I have to get that out of my mindset of, hey, my kids are not me. All right. My children are not me. Okay. So they come from that 2-parent household where they have had so much love and they have been so sheltered. They come from that suburbia area where I was not. I did not, even though I was loved tremendously, but we was raised in a kind of, we were West Dallas back in those days was not was not the it was rough. It was a rough area. It was never rough for me because we knew everybody. Everybody was like family. But if you were an outsider, it would be difficult. But he said, Mama, no, I'm just 18 years old. I shouldn't leave the house. And then, and mind you, I don't know if you remember, Ferman, you and I talking about Dr. One of my friends who's a doctor, Dr. Karana. She's an Indian lady. Mm-hmm. So their children do not leave the home. Okay. Right. They don't leave the home. They do have arranged marriages. Some of them. Mm-hmm. Her daughter, I believe, was an arranged marriage. But the one thing that, and I get along with everybody. So there was another conversation along with her conversation that I had where the parent actually would save the children's money. Mm-hmm. Would save the children's money. That way, when they got married, they would have over, if not half of what the home is listed for, way more than 20%. So I was like, what the fuck are we doing then? What the fuck are we doing? As a community?
Because we are waiting for the last minute to do everything. And let me tell you something. On yesterday, I went look. Well, I like I said before. I said once my lease is up in my apartment, I said I'm gonna upgrade. I'm going whole new scenery. So I'm preparing myself now. Even though my lease ain't up until next summer, it'd be already for you know it. But I'm gonna start putting away now. So when my lease is up, I already have the money set aside for my new place.
Are
So
you
that's
getting
why
a house, my friend, or are you getting another? Are you
well,
getting?
I'm looking at. Well, like I said, I may end up doing another crib, another apartment for right now, and then look for a house. But I'm just thinking ahead, planning
Can I
ahead.
ask you something? Why are you waiting?
Oh, cause why I'm waiting? Cause I'm putting everything together now. I'm
Okay,
putting, yeah, I'm putting everything together now. So that's what I'm working towards now. Cause
okay.
yeah, I mean it's important to plan ahead and do these things here, and not wait to the last minute. Cause I refuse to wait to the last minute and do everything, and I think that's what we fall short at. We wait till the last minute to do everything. And then
Yeah,
now we went around like with chick with our heads cut off. But just think if we start playing preparing that ahead of time. So that's why I'm planning my own personal life. And we had this conversation, of course, but I'm planning it in my own personal life. And it's gonna take discipline. It's gonna take sacrifice. But in order for me to get ahead, I have to do what I have to do. And I'm looking at, like I said, looking at far north Dallas, and I was out there yesterday. I was out there in the Addison area looking around, and I came across a place I like, and I'm still gonna be looking. But in the midst of me looking, I'm still gonna be putting money on the away on the side. So when that time comes, I have the finances. So I'm just talking about planning ahead. That's just me. Cause
yeah,
I don't
no,
want to wait till the last minute. Go ahead.
that is perfect. Um, that is perfect. I remember when I first started my job, um, my coworkers who I worked with on a daily basis. I was on midnights, who I worked with on a daily basis used to always talk about. Now, mind you, when I first got this job, now I worked for the sheriff's department. So
Hmm.
when I first started working there, I was just making $11 an hour. And when I tell you, I thought that was the greatest thing since sliced bread. I was like, "Oh, I'm making $11 an hour." Now, mind you, it was a different time. Okay,
Right.
this was like prior to 9/11 and everything, right? I really didn't have no bills. My car was paid for. I didn't have anything. I did have a son who was, who was young. So, I was like, whoa, okay. Um, I just man, so many memories. I swear to
Mm.
God. So many memories. But I remember just like budgeting, and every
Yeah.
night I would go and budget and okay, well, where does this need to go? Even though I knew that I was writing the same thing over and over and over. And my coworkers were like literally making fun of me, was like, oh, they were like, oh, why you budget every night? I said, I know. I said, because I'm trying to see, I want to save. I want to save. And I did not understand. I mean, I understood what savings were, but I
Hmm.
did not understand it from the aspect from my grandmother's point of view of her savings. When I tell you, my granny, my granny and my grandpa were like the biggest savers, and they had it, my friend. Like, I've never seen anybody in the 80s. This was in the 80s. My granny said she came home with a brand new car. A brand new car. I said, and we called her Big Mama. I said, Big Mama, where you get this car from? She said, baby, this is mine. I said, really? How much was it? And she told me how much it was. I believe it was maybe 14,000 or something, because she did not slack off. She got a really, really nice car for that time. And I was like, how did you pay for it? And she said, she looked me dead in the face and she said, cash. I paid for it with cash. I said, Big Mama, you saved. And to the day she died, she saved money. Till the day she died, she saved money. My granny died in her 80s, and she saved money. So that's when I talk about striving to be the biggest saver. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And I miss her, R.I.P. Big Mama, because she was a vast, like, man, you will love her, Ferman. When I tell you, she has so much information. She really did. She really did. Um, it's unfortunate her husband, or my papa, or my big daddy is what we called him. She was Big Mama, he was Big Daddy. Yeah, he passed away probably about 10 years prior. And I'm just doing an approximation. And she was never right ever since then. They were married for over 50 something years. But regardless, she was the biggest, like, saver. She didn't kick her kids out like that. Now she helped invest in her children. That is what she did. She gave them homes. Her and my papa and I keep on saying papa because that's what my grandkids called her. That's what my grandkids call my husband, papa, right? Mm-hmm. So her and my big daddy all bought all. And I don't know, maybe it was a matriarchal type of thing, but they bought all the girls' properties or homes. And so that's why I was just like, golly, I just wish, man, had I known, because West Dallas have gone through such a transformation. It has been completely gentrified. It's worth millions. It's worth millions. And now a lot of those people can't even afford to live there because of the taxes. But yeah, no doubt. That is what it is. So yeah, getting back to my son. My son was looking at me upside my head like, why would you leave me? I'm not even prepared, Mama. And I looked at him, I said, you know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you thought about it. I'm glad you processed it, because you're not ready. And I know this here. But obviously I laid down rules. I'm never strict with my children. Look, they are adults, and I will treat them as adults. And anytime those kids need to come back home, guess what? They are more than welcome to come back home. Just like my daughter, she have her own place. She have her own apartment, but she's here. She's here. I think she just feels more comfortable here. She feels more comfortable with her mom. And so, that's just how it is. Now, my oldest son, when he was transitioning from a different apartment, him and his fiance, Brisha, he asked, hey, Mama, can I stay for about 2 months until we get our new apartment? I had zero problem with that. So, yeah. Now, a lot of people be like, oh, he's a mama boy. No, I'm a mom's, like, fine. If you want to call me a mama's boy, fine. Call me a mama's boy, a mama's girl, you name it. Because I'm going to always have my kids back. 100%. 100%, I'm going to always have their back. But I don't get involved in their relationships. I don't. And they're not violent, so I don't have to, like, go there. I don't get involved in their relationships. They're happy kids. Now, when I do get scold them is when they're great. And even if they are adults, I will scold them when their grades are jacked up or something like that. So, I will do that. But, my babies, what can I say? What
But
can I say?
but you know what? I mean, it's all about involving, all about growing, and really all about what happened? Uh oh. Uh We're just having a good conversation. Wait till Laresa get back on here. But yeah, like I said, it's all about planning ahead and being prepared ahead. That's how I look at it. And it's something I apply in my own life is being prepared and being prepared ahead of time. Because I just don't want to wait till the last minute. I think about the scripture in Proverbs, talks about consider the ant you slugger, and we know what an ant does. The ant is always working. An ant is working during the midst of the summer and spring. So when it hit, the ant has enough food and everything prepared, so they don't have to wait till the last minute. And that's how God wants to operate. God wants to operate in ahead of time. Oh, there you go. But
Sorry.
that's all good. But
I don't know. I don't know. Look, y'all. Look, I'm gonna just be completely honest because I'm honest with my audience. Our audience. I did. I think they're trying to make me. They're trying to punish me. It's okay though. It's okay. I'm here.
Oh yeah, well, I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're here, and that's what just being prepared ahead of time. That's how I look at it now. Just being prepared ahead of time. Take everything we learn to make us better, of course. And I know it talks about are we pushing our children out too early? And I heard someone say that we shouldn't be pushing our children out too early until they fully develop, until the day they take on their responsibility had they on. A lot of times we want to rush them out. Get on out of here. I don't have any children, but I'm just saying, rush. I want to get your own place, but then they're not really being fully prepared, like being fully equipped. And we don't rely on the school because the school is not their responsibility, but the responsibility of the parents to start putting them now. So when they do get older and then they do decide to move out, they already prepared for the ins and outs, the do's and don'ts. We don't even talk about emergency funds. We don't talk about none of that stuff, low. No, we don't talk about the emergency funds. We don't talk about life insurance. We don't talk about none of this stuff. And just like we get a raise in our job, we'll go get that, take that raise money, and then we'll start buying stuff. Just be buying stuff like a vehicle. Like I said, buying a vehicle is nice, but then we'll end up buying the most expensive vehicle, and we stuck paying on it. That makes sense. And
Oh, of course. I see it all the time. Like, you look, we were at one point co-workers. I no longer work where you work, but I saw it all the time. And I saw how many people struggled to make their freaking car payment, which I feel like, what the hell? Like, why? Like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't get it. I really didn't get it. I don't
but
even know what to say.
but I just look at it. It's going back to and I being prepared ahead of time and take and learn. Well, I love learning, and we supposed to learn. We're supposed to grow, and we're supposed to evolve. And just the information that we learning now to better ourselves and be able to pass this information on to whoever's willing to take it to the next level. If that makes sense on what I'm saying, because it makes us better, especially especially as well. I'm a man. I'm not gonna say men because you're not a man, but I think as men, and we would say that as a man, I think it's very important that we learn how to think ahead of the game and start preparing ourselves now for what anything may happen to us. Because we just one step away from something bad. I'm not speaking negative, but I'm just saying be prepared ahead of time. Like if you get injured, do we have money put away for that? You know what I'm saying? We don't think about this kind of stuff. I know they give us, you got like, what, long term, short term disability. They offer this with, is Aflac? Is Aflac, right? Aflac offer
It is
that.
Aflac and Colonial. Yeah. But Colonial, ooh, that make you wait. Oh my gosh. Like when I got super sick, like there was no point in me having Colonial. I really wish I had Aflac at that point. I really do. But this is, look, I do want to say one thing real quick, and I want your opinion. I want your opinion. Now, I heard you talk about, what you just said. But and I did not think about this here. She said, go to the casino. Hey, look, I've always had a lucky streak. always, Angel. People get lucky and win money when they are near me. Let's roll. But I do have a question. Do you think that married couples should have separate accounts and save money separately?
It should be 3 accounts. It's me. It should be 3 accounts.
Okay.
It should be 1 joint account and 2 separate accounts. The joint account is where we put everything together, and then we should still have our own separate account. But it's also what it is. It would teach us how to save money, so we won't have to.
What is that separate account for?
Well, the separate account will be mine, yours, but we have 3 accounts because it would be that 1 joint account, and then there'll be 2 separate accounts. It'll be your account, my account, but it will also teach us how to budget ourselves without depending on one another. That makes sense?
But
Because
how?
Because it would show. Yeah, because what I'm looking at is because sometimes you have someone who's a big spender, and you may have someone who save. When I say a big spender, you have somebody that may be like to buy stuff on impulse, but not really sit down and say, okay, do we really need this right now, or can we wait on it?
Yeah. I will. Okay, so I have Angel and Miss Barrett that wants to that has something to say. And Miss Barrett mentioned something. And I will get back to you, Angel, about David. That was the other week's topic. It sounds like somebody is on that David. It's on that David. Look. This is what I'm saying. Listen to look. Join us because those type of topics will stick with you. So Miss Barrett said, I will say my papa or grandfather opened a life insurance policy for me and my sister and babies. I now pay on the policy. He also taught me about savings, discipline, and sacrifices to be prepared. Miss Barrett, I do have a question. It is whole life, I'm assuming, correct? And you can go ahead and answer whenever you choose free. I actually feel like yeah, there's always going to be 3 accounts. There's going to be that account where you pay your bills, right? And then that account where your wife has. Does that mean we send y'all money? Oh, I mean, if you want to, Angel, send me some. Look, let me put my cash app right now. Hold on. She want to send me some money. We are welcome to any type of donations. Mind you, these donations, and look, I'm not being greedy here. These donations will be going towards the event that I did tell you about. So that is the Cash App right there. Ferman, I don't know your Cash App.
I got Zelle. I do Zelle. I don't do Cash App. I got Zelle or PayPal. That's for another broadcast, man. But you know what? I want to get. What you looking at me like that for?
You know what? Okay, because Cash App is so much easier. Zelle, you have to go inside your account. It's just too much easier. You know what? I found Shine, and I'm gonna send you that link, homeboy. I'm gonna send you that link. I'm gonna send you that link right now. I'm gonna send you that link right now, so you and I both can get money. Okay? If you do a direct deposit, you get. And Chime, I hope you guys are listening. And I'm going to and they have it to where you are able to use different other, cash, whatever. They have it to where you can send money to other places, Cash App, Zelle, etc., etc., etc. But that money will be going to the event that I was talking about earlier. It will be. It will not be in, lost and it's not going in my pocket. It's not, because I'm doing that 501. So, everything has to be legit. Everything will be legit, 100%. But look, you are supposed to be prepared. But I'm so very curious. Oh, so are you answering that was a whole life? Okay. So with whole life, so my mother opened a whole life account for me as well, but she opened it at a very, very early age, to where when I got at a certain age, I wouldn't have to pay it anymore. And there's someone that I know who got $1 million insurance. And just so happened that person passed away. And God, I would rather have that person here any day. But regardless, whole life insurance is so much better than term, because term, let me tell you something, unless you have an accident or something, which is highly likely to happen to anybody. You just never know. Whole life it works. But my mother did get me a whole life insurance policy, and she did allow it, and my children as well. That was something that, as a young person, because of my age now, I know better. But when I was in my 20s, I was like, what? Mama, you want me to, what? Why? I just did not get it. I didn't get it. But I get it now. Considering that when my brother passed away, his insurance paid for it. There was no issue. And he passed away from natural causes. So, that would not have happened with the term life. And that will be another topic. We will be talking about finances and all that, possibly next weekend or the weekend after that, because I think that's something that we need to talk about. That's something that isn't talked about. CODs, living trust. Those are things that are not talked about. Um, but yeah, my mom, she really did get that for me, and she got that for my grandkid. She got that for every child, literally for every child. And at a certain age, they do not have to pay. So yeah, I'm very grateful for my mother for doing that, and I'm very grateful for her doing that for my brother because his funeral cost a lot. Um, I remember my best friend Galton. He his now deceased wife passed away, and she did not have insurance. So I loaned him $3,000, and I looked all over the city to find the best funeral home for him. And she had such a beautiful, beautiful funeral. Now that kind of sounds like an oxymoron because you want the people that you love to, to stay with you. But you know what? From the day we are born, we are dying, and that is what it is. Um, Unfortunately. But regardless, we're not gonna get gloomy on this here. Getting back to the topic, kicking kids out by the age of 18. I personally do not think that that is a great idea. I don't think so. Uh, Angel, you really want to go to the casino, huh? What's one the casino happened to children? Angel want to go to the casino. She's feeling lucky. I see it. But anyway, yeah, no, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. Um, y'all. At the end of the day, prepare your children. Prepare your kids. They do not know any better. I feel like my daughter, when she started going to university, she wasn't serious. Why? Because I had to pay for it. Me and my husband had to pay for it. But when we said no, we're gonna cut you off, and and when I tell you this young lady can get a job at a turn at just completely, she can. But you know what? She realized it wasn't for her. It wasn't for her. So she started doing it on her own. She started doing it on her own. And I'm so proud of her. She has made all A's in her courses. Um, she's good. She's great. And I will not kick her out. Now she's 25, but I'm not gonna kick her out. Just like if my oldest is like he's almost 30. I wouldn't kick him out. If he's having if he's struggling, I'm not gonna kick him out, period. Now I do have ground rules, like your fiance coming over, sleeping in the same bed. Oh no, 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 no. We're not having that. We're not gonna have that. One thing I never did in front of my mother was kiss my husband in front of my mother. I just feel like that was disrespect. Um, I don't like it. I don't like it. And I taught my kids that as well, But yeah, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You have anything you want to piggyback on?
Oh yeah, I would just get back to what Miss B was saying when she said, "I say my papa, grandpa opened a life insurance policy for me, and my sisters are babies. I not pay on the policy. Y'all always taught me how saving, discipline, and sacrifice to be prepared." I just want to comment on what she was saying. That's good that he prepared you and your sister for that, because that's very, very important. And I want to get to the point where you have to depend on anyone just in case something does happen. You know how to handle business and stand 10 toes down on business. So that's a good thing, and that's a good trait to have. And that's also just good to talk about if you decide to get married and you decide to get married. That these are kind of things you need to talk about, discuss, and address, because this stuff is very, very important. We gotta have these conversations where we didn't know where we're going, where we're heading. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely. Um, Let me tell you something. If your partner or the person that you value the most doesn't have your best interest at heart, then they are not supposed to be there. And that literally comes down to even financially. Okay. No one wants to be broke. No one wants things in turmoil when it comes to just anything, all of it. Like no. Mm-mm.
So, like I said, this stuff is important that we need to talk about. Because I never want to get to the point where I don't want to depend on anyone. It's another question.
Yeah.
Who are you referring to?
How old am I? I'm 45. Wait. How old are you asking? Are you asking Ferman or me? I'm 45. Ferman, how old are you?
43.
So that is our age. But it has taken time. And like I said, it has taken time.
But who's you talking to though? But who's you?
Wait, who are you talking to? Me or Ferman? Who are you talking to? We both look 28. Look, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it, sweetheart. I sure will. Yes, ma'am.
When they say age ain't number, they say age ain't number but a number, right? They say age number but a number. But it's all right. How you take care of yourself. Take care of yourself is very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. That's another thing too. Take care of your health. Make sure you're eating properly. I stay going to the vitamin shop. Matter of fact, I know when I get paid this week, I am going to the vitamin shop. I spend almost $200 at the vitamin shop. Don't get married. Don't get married. I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to be a husband. I do.
You said that. Don't get married.
Yeah,
Ah!
don't get married.
Wait, Angel. Why did you say don't get married? Cause okay, so I believe in love. I'm like, call me a hopeless romantic. I don't care. Call me a hopeless romantic, but I believe in love. I do. I believe in it. And if some things doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I mean, that's just what it is. What can you
Yeah.
say?
I mean, I look at marriage. I look at marriage as a business because we got to make business decisions. That's how I look at it, especially when it comes to building our kingdom and our empire. We got to be business minded, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be business minded when it comes to things, especially thinking long term. You got to think about that. But going back, you got to take care of yourself. Take care of your health, exercise, make sure you stay hydrated, make sure you eat the right food. Do research. That's another thing too, Laresa, I want to tell people. Do research on the foods that you need to eat. Take care of your body. Your body's your temple. Take care of it. Take care of it. Take care of it. Because when it comes to our community, we lead in so many categories. All right, what you said?
Oh,
She,
okay.
oh, actually, you don't get married.
I'm
Okay,
asking you, young lady. Okay, I asked myself, why did I get married? I'm asking you, young lady. I got married. So since there's the backstory, so I met my husband in college. Okay, I met him in college, and he was a friend of a friend. Okay, and I don't know, it was just something about him. And when I told my mother that I really like, I don't, it wasn't like I told her that I love him was the one. I knew he was the one. So that is why I got married. Now, mind you, was I scared? Heck yeah. Because I was that person who was like, I don't want any kids. I don't want to get married. I don't want any of that stuff. But you know what? Afterwards, I was like, God. You need your, are you trying to say you need your head exam? Your head examined. Okay, so Angel, are you married? But
yeah,
look,
yeah,
okay,
she
so
said, "Big house. My husband is crazy, and I need my head and exam." What type of crazy you talking about? What type of crazy are you talking about? Is yeah, I want to know. I just want to know what kind of crazy she talking about. It's different type of crazy, you know.
is
They say they
he
got a big.
driving you crazy or hold on? So, you know what? The one thing I have realized in a marriage is accountability from both sides. I think that, right, I feel like your money is mine and my money is mine.
I feel I feel like your money is mine. Nah, you gotta do three accounts. You gotta do three accounts. You do one joint account and you do two separate accounts. That means you keep your money and I keep my money.
But there's nothing wrong with putting your spouse on there just in case if there's something on there. So there's a thing called POV when you go to the bank. So if something happened to you or something happened to your spouse, you're able to get that money out of the account, hands down.
And I look at and don't touch that joint account. That joint account is for specific purposes only. So that's something, yeah. Hey, this is what the joint account for. That's why we keep our own money. 'Cause whatever you do with your money, that's your business. Don't jump into the joint account. So, that joint account is for our responsibility. That's why you got to put yourself on the budget.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I tell
hmm,
you, I tell you, control him. Don't let him. I tell you what, control him. Don't let him control you. What kind of stuff? Hey, let me say this, Angel. I don't believe in handcuffing nobody. I really don't. You still have your freedom, and that's how I look at it. Low. At the end of the day, can I be honest with you, Angel?
of course.
You
Yeah,
know
go
we
ahead, be
you
honest,
know
Angel.
you know we temporary, right? When I say temporary, God, I could something happen to me today or tomorrow. You still gotta move on with your life. That's why I want to say that because we only temporary. Because tomorrow's not promised, and let alone 5 minutes. I'm just saying. So I never want to handcuff nobody. And I don't understand. Larissa, why people got to handcuff somebody when they're married. I don't, like I told somebody the other day, I don't even look through I do not want to look through your phone. This is me. And I'm just putting it out there on the table. And I'm say this on the JustSayN Podcast. I do not want to look through your phone. I don't want to see your phone because I'm not insecure. Whatever you're doing is gonna come out in the light. That's how I look at it. So I do not want to see your phone. I don't want to ask for your phone. That's just me. Cause
Well,
that's me. That's just me. I don't need to see your phone. I don't need to know. Hey, let me see your phone. I don't need to do that. That's just me
you know
because
what?
I trust you. Because
I
I sound like
disagree. I disagree. I disagree. And because I look at it this way. Now, I'm an 80s baby. And I feel like if that phone ring at the house, that landline ring at the house,
that's different.
no, it ain't different. How is it different? From
The landline. You said landline. You said the landline. I mean,
a phone. A landline is a phone. And anybody
okay.
can call that landline. So
Yeah, anybody call that.
yeah,
Yeah, anybody call that.
like if you feel that way, then there's no privacy. Like if a cell phone is privacy, then what you married for?
Yeah, like I
If
said, I
you
would.
private about that cell phone, then what you married for? I
Yeah,
feel
because
like I feel like that if your wife or your husband feel insecure about a situation, especially about a situation that
well, you supposed to. You are my best
especially
friend,
about
so I want.
huh?
I be like this. I mean, you my best friend. If you let me say that, I don't want nobody to take what I said and bullshit that like they trying to read between the lines. I would say my wife is my best friend, and I would treat her like my best friend.
That okay, so
That's just me. It's just me.
yeah, I get it. But I've been married. Okay, I've
No, what said? What she say?
been 18 years. I hear her. She keep $100 in your pocket. If that's all you need. I think she might be talking to somebody else. Okay,
Keep up.
okay. So
Do 200, or you can do 200. Or do $200. I mean, how you want? Well, you see fit. Okay, why you hate your marriage for, Angel? Say yes, I'm married, but I hate it. Why? Marriage is a beautiful thing.
it is, and
But
it
why you
can
hate it?
be beautiful, especially if that man is taking care of you.
But she said she
Because
hated
there are
though.
a lot of men. Let me tell you something, Angel. You know what? I remember a friend of mine because I was literally like a tomboy. Okay, let me tell you what he did, and I'm not going to mention any names. Okay, but let me tell you what he did. Okay, his wife was pregnant with twins. Okay, she was sick as a dog. This man got her pregnant. Okay. Her sister came to live with them. She could not go downstairs. Don't you know? He slept with her sister. Okay. So I don't know what your situation is, but unless it's that, I don't know. Maybe you should rethink it. Just maybe you should rethink it.
What?
Okay? Because sometimes anger, look, I've always learned that hurt people hurt people. And hurt people out of words that they say. Okay? So you have to be very careful. Because when you say some things, you can't take it back, Angel. You cannot take it back. Um, it is a situation to where, as I hugged my husband, that was crazy. That girl snuggled up at me. Hmm?
How long have y'all been married? And why did y'all get married?
Okay, that's a great question. Why did y'all get married, Angel?
I ain't gonna be nowhere where I'm miserable. I refuse to be miserable. I went through that before. I refuse to be miserable. Kids got to the point where they want to put me on medication for anxiety. I said, I ain't doing all that now.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
refuse.
because you were married at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You were married at one point. And
But
if that woman is, but you know what? I do feel like this is one thing that is not talked about enough. Mental health. Like when we talk about mental health is a sickness. Mental health is a sickness. So when they talk about through better or worse, through death do apart, through sickness and health, remember we're talking about sickness, okay? And mental health is and I know I might get like, oh my gosh, she said it is. It is. Okay. People can be manic, people can go over the edge. You just never freaking know. You don't know. So,
but she said, I'm talking to Harold. Who was Harold? Who was
Angel,
Harold?
I know you ain't talking to somebody other than your husband, Angel.
Hold on. He
Ooh.
shall put them both to sleep. But who is Harold though?
Who is Harold, Angel?
And Jerry. Who is Jerry? Now who is Jerry? Now he said in the comment section Jerry.
I
So who is
did.
Jerry?
I did hear her say Jared, and I did hear her say Harold. Who are those people?
But why would she try to hook her husband up with somebody? Oh, your mic is muted.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Do you feel like you're not enough, Angel? Or do you feel like he doesn't like do you feel like you are the problem? Or maybe you should
Hold
take some
up.
accountability?
What you say? I don't know. It was just something to do. What did you do? I'm confused. She gonna have to I'm
You
confused.
have to explain that, Angel. Who is Harold and who is Gerald?
She might need to come on and explain because
I think she's having separate conversations because no, I'm talking to Harold. Oh, okay. So she's talking to someone else. So okay. So that
talking
wasn't a
to him
part.
like how? I mean, they act in the same room or what? Or because I want to know who is Jerry and who is Harold.
Is Harold your husband? And does your husband know about Harold and Jared?
You know, you know what? You, who is you? You, who? You.
I think she's having a separate conversation and listening to the podcast at the same time.
Yeah, but she's writing in the comment sections too.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Ooh, maybe I'm trying to give her too much leeway.
Yeah, but yeah, I miss Bill. Your name is so. What is your name? I miss Bill. Your name, huh? I
Okay,
miss.
so yeah, no, she's talking to. Okay, we play like that. Okay, wait a minute. So y'all fooling us or something? Angel, are you trolling us? I honestly think she's having two different conversations. Angel, if you don't mind, how old are you? And how long have you been married?
This guy, this guy is mean. Who is this guy? This guy is mean. Who you talking about? What guy is mean? I miss Bill, your name. I miss Bill, your name. So what is your name? So I don't know. That's weird.
I think she is I think she's having separate conversations. To me that's what it seemed like she's doing.
Oh, she said I misspelled his name up there right beside you. And I was talking about my husband also, and I was just playing at the same time. Okay.
Angel, you trying to start some mess with you and your husband. And let me tell you something. That is not good. That is not good. If you want your marriage to be peaceful, don't do that. And I'm here to tell you.
Oh no, I thought that was your friend name up there, not my husband. Answer me.
Oh,
Who is?
no, his name is Ferman. Ferman.
No, I thought that was your friend name up there, not my husband. Answer me. Who is Harold? Who is your friend? I know.
All I have to say is this. Look, if your husband does not know about your male friends, that's a problem. Just like if your wife does not know about your female friends, that is a problem. And that will affect your children. That will affect your children.
No,
No.
beautiful.
Oh no, beautiful. I think she's having two different conversations. I think she's trying to type.
Oh, but she's typing in the wrong. Did she realize she's
Angel, you're typing in the wrong one. But we appreciate you being here, but I think you're typing in the wrong one. But regardless, let's get back to topic. Going back to what we were saying.
She said I've been married 19 years and I'm 43.
Yeah.
So that means she got married in her 20s. She got married in her early 20s. She said I'm 19. We've been married 19 years and I'm 43.
Okay.
But why do you hate your marriage? Okay. She said I suspect your name. I'm talking to three people at the same time.
Angel. But we appreciate your listening. And we appreciate the drama on the side.
When she just writing in the comment section.
Yeah, you gotta switch back to the other don't get off of us because we got some good stuff. But and I thought so. And I was like, no, that don't make any sense. I said, yeah, no, she must be speaking to someone else. But what the whole thing about her husband, that was legit. But going back to the kids, let's talk about the kids again because we're getting off the topic. Children, I personally don't think that we should kick them out at 18. I think we should guide them and we have to help them. They have to be helped. You know, I remember a situation and I'll never forget my son's first job. Oh, she says she doesn't have milk. Yeah, you do, Angel. Yeah, you do, Angel.
She said, I don't have male friends. I don't have one, but he died, but he was gay and he was not my boyfriend. Okay.
Well, okay. But let me tell you about my situation as far as my son. So I remember his first job, his supervisor. I went to pick up his check. He broke his patella. And I went to pick up his check. And his supervisor said, Miss Hall, I just want to say something. I don't have any children. But if I ever did, I would want my children to be like your son. And when I tell you that was the ultimate compliment, it really was. And that is why I do not, I'm just like, no, you're not going to get out. Now, I do push my children, don't get me wrong, because I will not pamper them. I'm a hardcore mom. But, yeah, no, I know their capabilities. And, you know, if I tell them some stuff, I know what they need to do. And because I know them. Now, when they get older, of course, I won't know them as much because their spouse or their significant other will know way more because that's who's around them 24/7. I teach my son, my oldest son, because he is the oldest. I teach him, I said, hey, listen, you got to do this here for your daughters. You got to do this here for your daughters financially, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear any, I don't have the money here. I don't care if it's $5. Save it. Save $5. I mean, think about it. $5 for a whole month. I mean, there are 5 months inside the year. 5 months, right? 5 months inside the year.
It varies. It varies out. It varies.
Yeah. So
unless you get paid like every week. Now, if you get paid like every Friday, then yeah.
Well, it's still every month. There's still it's still the same way. It doesn't matter how you get paid. You know what? I'm gonna look that up. How many weeks? 5 weeks. Because that's essentially okay. So yeah. I know December had 5 weeks. March had 5 weeks. Let me see. I don't know, 4 to 5 weeks. But regardless, if you say $5 per week, okay? Let's just say $5, and every month out of the calendar is 4 weeks. We're just gonna use that, okay? That's how much, Ferman? $32.
Yeah, you won't miss it.
Yeah, you're not gonna miss that at all. You're not
No, you
gonna
won't
miss
miss it.
any of that at all.
Dang.
That's $384.
Come on, Cowboys.
That's $384.
But hey, I gotta give it up to them Cowboys beating the brakes off the red, beating off the but the Cowboys winning 44 to
Who
22.
they playing? Who they playing?
They playing Washington Redskins, the Commanders. Man, the Cowboys beat them 44 to 22.
Hold them horses. Hold them horses.
What is he talking about?
What's this? Ah!
I just see a jersey.
Well, it's not called the Red.
That is Commander, but it's still red. The Commanders. Anyway, that's another broadcast.
I mean, I'm not a Redskin fan. I am a Pittsburgh fan. Sorry, but I am. But you know what? I'm not 100% a Cowboy fan. They got to prove some stuff to me. Okay? They gotta prove.
Yeah.
I know you're a diehard fan.
Well, like I said, it was a must win. Anyway, it was a must win, but that's another broadcast. But, I just was looking up the score right quick. But, hey, we'll see. We'll see. But, but going back to the $5, you won't miss that $5 at all. You won't miss it at all.
That's $384 a year. Okay? Now, when you add that additional week, that's even more. Okay? And then when you get your income tax, because the state of Texas, income tax, okay? You can add a little bit more. You have CODs. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's a COD, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what? Let it gain interest. Let it gain interest, for God's sakes. You know what? Because I don't trust banks. Because banks, they only insure so much money.
Yeah.
They only insure so much money. Like,
Well,
seriously.
they invest your money anyway. That's all they do. But you know what? I think it was fun.
Yeah.
What you said, OMG, I put down the wrong age. Sorry, at 58. Sorry, I did tell my other company. Okay, she said she's not 43. She said she's 58.
Man, why you saying you younger than
Well,
what
she
you
said, she said she was married for 19 years and she's 43. So I'm thinking you got married for 19 years. I mean, you got married when you're in your 20s, early 20s?
No, it's a little younger than that. I just didn't want to say.
But she said.
Think about children. You know what? It is what it is. All I gotta say is this. I do not believe in kicking your kids out, but I do not believe in having them being lazy. Do not let them be lazy. There are so many things that they can do. Okay.
Oh. No.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say, don't get me because.
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying. I look at this generation now. These dudes are weak. I never seen dudes complain so much. They complain about this, complain about that. Don't want to work. Don't have no ambition. Don't have no goals. Don't have no drive. Don't have no vision. And I always want to depend on a woman to do everything for them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you know what? When a man asks me, where's my gift at? I'd be like, deuces. Now, prior I had no problem. Now, okay, I am married, but married but not married. But look, I just have one thing to say, and I think it's because of my strong personality. I believe that a lot of people think that it's okay initially, especially when it benefits them, but it gets tiring. And I can understand that from a man's perspective. But from a woman's perspective as well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And I do not 100%, I do not 100% feel like that a woman should be less than of a man, period.
Mm-hmm.
No, they should not be. I think that is some bullcorn. Yeah, I think that is some bullcorn. I don't like it.
And what Angel talking about?
She says she has a beautiful daughter. Thank you. My mom she was very gorgeous, and I love her more than I love myself. And you know what? That is how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. But biblically speaking, and this is where you come in, Ferman, because you know the Bible more than me. Go ahead. Let's talk about that Bible, and let's talk about marriage and children and all that good old stuff.
Um,
Hold on, I got it. Let me get a sip. Hold on.
more than I love myself. Well, you should always love yourself too. Never make anybody an idol. You know what I'm saying? They go for husband, children, whatever. Always love yourself first. You should always love yourself. Just have a beautiful daughter. I have a beautiful daughter. Are you, Angel? Are you having this conversation with us, or you having it with somebody else?
I think she's having it with us. I think this time she's having
But
it with us.
the other person on the other end was saying he was 43 years old. So at least correct. Hold on. Who is all these people she's talking to?
So at least correct it.
But now who is Lisa?
I'm not playing games. Yeah, no, yeah. She's talking to, hold on. She's having several comments. Let's just continue with the podcast.
All right, cause I know we're at that time, almost at that time frame.
Yeah, I know you want to watch the Cowboys lose. Go ahead.
And then I got.
Go ahead. Watch them.
But I'm going back to the game. Well, the game about to be over anyway. It's like a minute something left in the fourth quarter. But anyway, I mean, you create your own life. You create however you want your life to be. But we learn in the process. We learn as we go. So I just believe just be being prepared ahead. Know what you want, where you going, where you want to go, and how you want to set out. And I believe once your standard is set, your whole demeanor change. You're not going to accept anybody, anything in your circle. That's going to be a hindrance to you.
But let's talk about real quick on the bit as far as the Bible is concerned.
Right. Let's go.
When you get married,
Mm-hmm.
who comes first?
The wife.
Well,
The wife comes first.
God comes first.
Well, besides that, but if you look at it, when you get married, the man leaves his father and mother and cleave to his wife. So that means your wife is your new the wife is your new family now. So you gotta leave mom and daddy and cleave to the wife. That means your wife is your new family now.
Yeah. And then who comes second?
Children comes second.
And then who comes third?
Your parents.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that. They don't realize that. They idolize, I think they really idolize their children way more. And I think that's why some marriages fail as well, unfortunately. Um, they
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
realize that their children, comes comes next prior to their, their parents. And that's in the Bible.
Okay, that we say about these men who bring their family into their marriage. Now you got those too now where the guy would go tell his mom everything, and then she'll come and confront. And instead of her saying I'm not taking sides, but take the son's side and make it seem like the wife is the bad person in this whole thing. We ready about that guys going back and telling their family y'all personal business.
Yeah.
When she doesn't do this, mama, she don't do that, mama.
Ugh. I can't stand that. Look, one thing about me, you talk about what goes on in this household, we're going to have a problem.
Who is Angel
Oh,
talking to?
I think okay, so I'm Laresa. I don't know if you're talking to me, Angel, but I'm Laresa. But like I said, she's having three different conversations. But you know what? I'm not even gonna go there because you know what? Angel could be doing something else, and Angel is here with us today on this Sunday, and we appreciate you, Angel. So thank you very much.
Well,
Just
she had all
know, just know, Angel,
yeah,
that when you are see it.
because she had all types of conversations.
Yeah, we can see it. I think she's talking to someone else.
That's
But look, like I was saying, I just think that a lot of people do not realize that. They don't realize that there's God, your spouse, your children, and then there's your parents. That's how
yeah,
it is.
yeah. That's what I was saying. We have to leave the man has to leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. So that means your wife is your new family. That's who you cleave to. That's who you start a family with. That's who you create a legacy with, and all the other great stuff. And once we know how to get that concept, we'll be okay. A lot of times people include their family into their business, and that's bad business. Now I'm saying, now if it's something wrong, yeah, I understand, but they try to tell y'all how to run your household. They tell you how to raise your kids. That
Yeah.
was me. I wouldn't do that. If that was me, I wouldn't do that. But you have to, hey, I appreciate you, Ray, but then now you have to start a new thing with your significant other.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Hey, I have a question for you, Furman. What do you
Uh huh.
think about women or men that have children prior to marriage?
Oh, it's my blended family.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's cool. Now you got to ask what happened. When I said what happened, because all right, this is why I want my take on the whole blended family thing. Now, if you and that person not together no more, I believe in being on one accord. I'm all about peace. I know a lot of times you may have the ex-husband, whoever wants to fight the man you with, and I've seen that happen before too. Because when children involved, they feel like you're gonna take their kids from them, and that's not the case. But I do believe that if you do get involved with someone who has kids and the father is present, I believe that the man should talk to the father to get some understanding. That's just me, because I know that it could be World War III if you're not careful, and then you have an issue at home. Because some men feel some type of way about that. Oh, you even have another man raising my kid. You even have another, that's not your daddy. I'm your dad. You listen to me. You don't listen to him. That's bad too. You see, some guys put some ideas in kids' head. Now you got a problem now. Now he don't respect the person you with.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think when people separate or get divorced, I think they have every right to be happy. I think they have every right to be happy, regardless of what the situation may be. They do
Yeah.
not have to sit there and stew in misery, and I think that a lot of people do that, and it's sad. Hmm. Who knows? It's
But
sad.
I was wondering, Angel, I have a question for you. If a person feels worthless and don't want to live, what's wrong with them? Hey, that's uh, I don't know who she talking to.
Hold on, wait. I'll say my papa, grandfather,
Not that one. Not that one.
grandfather.
Just right here. Right here.
Oh, wait.
She said, I have a question for you. I don't know if she was referring that to us or what.
Oh, I think she's referring that to us.
All right, but you see what she
Go ahead,
asked the
Angel.
first time. She said, I have a question for you. If a person feel worthless and don't want to live, what's wrong with them?
What's wrong with them? I think the main thing that a person needs to do is get help ASAP. That is what a person needs to do, is get help ASAP. Now, I am not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, although I am currently in school to become a psychologist. Because of my age, psychiatry is in the cards right now. Now, maybe later, I don't know. But the first thing you need to do, and if you have or need help, please reach out to any type of, and I'm not saying this is you, and I'm so glad you mentioned that. And I know this is off topic from what we are talking about, but hey, this is so important. I don't know what state you are in, but I will place a number where you can call. You can always call 911. Obviously, call 911. The suicide hotline phone number. There are places that will actually come to you. You are not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. And I really feel like that is something that is so important. You can contact. So I look, if you are in Texas, let's see. So there is a Texas Lifeline number. So make sure you contact them, and I will post the number along here. But please call 911 if you are feeling suicidal or anything like that.
Oh, what you said? Who she talking to? I was serious, and who she's talking to?
I don't know.
She said I was serious and I wasn't playing.
And I'm serious as well. So please get help. Get help. You need to seek counseling or a mental health professional. If you're in the state of Texas, there are so many. There's NAMI. There is what you call it? It's not dang it. I'm about to post a number. There's so many numbers that you can call just to talk. Just to talk. And and you know what this tells me? If you are feeling this way, then please, by all means, get help. We want you to get help. We do not want that. We do not want that at all. So I will post the number. If you can, hold on. Let me see. Like I said, I'm gonna post it because I take this very serious. I've seen so many people try to take their life. As far as where we work at. So 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can call that crisis services. And they will get you. Okay, here we go. I am going to give you. Let's see. Camino. Because I feel this is so sad. It's so sad to me. And I really want you to get some help. If that is where you are at right now, okay? Please talk to a counselor, a psychiatrist, a psychologist. You'll be surprised. Star care specialty. You'll be surprised how they are willing to help you. You just never as well. So please don't do not do that, please. Let me see. So I'm gonna put the link in the comment. Oh, I need to get like this blue screen thing because it feel like it's making me cross-eyed here. I can't see. Okay. So here you go. All right. So if you can always go through that. Please, suicide is not a joke. And you take every suicidal comment serious. You take everything serious because you never know. You never know. Yeah. So we are with you. My prayers are with you. Ferman, I feel it in my spirit. Please pray for this sister.
All right, let's go. All right, let's go. All right, Father, we just thank you right now, Father, what you're doing. Father, we just thank you for Angel. Father, we ask you to give her the strength. We ask you, Father, give her the mind, the will to overcome. And we thank you, Father, for giving her life. You said in your word, it is written, you came that she might have life more abundantly. So we going into what your words say, Father. Now we just thank you right now, Father, for the answer that she's looking for. And we thank you, Father, for the answer that she's been seeking for as well. We thank you, Father, for peace that bypasses all understanding. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. So remember that URL is there for you. Please, 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 please. If you are feeling any type of suicidal thoughts, please go ahead and give them a call. You can call 211. You can call 911. Let your family know, because when your family doesn't know, they will be left in the dark. Okay, so and I assume you love. I assume you love your family. So, you know. So,
Yeah.
okay. I know we have gotten off of topic as far as what we were originally talking about, but this is so important. Okay. So, we want you to know that we are here. We are with you. We're praying for you. And everything else. Okay. So I believe this concludes. We will continue. I think we should continue the conversation that we kind of got led astray
Right.
next Sunday about children, but we will add additional information. So catch us next Sunday, okay? Next Sunday at what time, Ferman?
4:30. 4:30.
4:30.
4:30.
And remember, smiling will make you feel so much better. Getting out in the sun will make you feel so much better. And if for those who do not know, this time of weather, this time of just everything about fall, it really messes with your psyche, and it really can cause suicidal thoughts and or depression. Okay, so just remember that. Okay, remember that we are with you.
She said,
And
"Thank you."
oh, you are very welcome. You are very welcome. So here we go. So with that being said, Ferman wants to get over there and watch, even though the Cowboys are losing right
Well,
now.
the game already over with. The game over with,
They
but
lost. And they lost.
they won. They won 44-20 something. They won. But anyway, I did 16 now. I got to give me some rest. I got to
Let
go
me
right back to
go
work
close
tonight.
this here up right now.
Yeah, because I
Well,
have to go right.
they did win against the Washington. They did win against them. So I don't have.
Oh, she did say something too. She said, she did respond back. Angel did respond back.
What's she say?
She responded back. It's right there.
Thank you for letting me care. And y'all have a blessed night. Make sure you are not alone tonight. Make sure you are with somebody. Please make sure somebody is with you. Okay. And peace out, y'all. We will catch you guys next Sunday at 4:30. And make sure you tune in Wednesday at what time, Herman? 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. Look, Ferman, don't be laughing at me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
My homeboy's trying to be funny. But I love you. I love you. Mwah.
Hey, I love you too as well.
I so appreciate it.
Oh, no. Hey, no problem. No problem. All right, so we got this thing.
Go because I know you got to go to work tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, most definitely. I'm giving me some rest. So
get
man,
you
yeah,
get you some rest, okay?
All right, then.
We are so glad we were able to help Angel.
Mm-hmm.
You have been an avid listener, so we are more than happy to help you whichever way we can. Okay, so enjoy your days, guys. All right, now have a good day.